Hi everybody, Dan from TrendSpider here, and in this video I'm going to show you about TrendSpider Alerts, both dynamic alerts and multi-factor alerts, and show you how they can really change the game for you in your day-by-day trading activities. Now, everybody knows how a typical price alert works. You tell your broker software to let you know when price trades at a certain dollar amount. On this chart you might say, let me know when LL here trades at $7 even. And that's good and cool and useful in some situations, but it hardly addresses the way that you actually look at a chart and the way that you actually trade. Let me show you why TrendSpider alerts are different. The first thing I'm going to show you is how our alerts work on indicators. So I'm going to add this 105 period exponential moving average to my chart. And as I flip through my various symbols here, you can see that this particular indicator is visible on all of them. If I wanted to, say, get alerted when price bounced off, broke through, or touched this particular moving average line, I would need to, in my broker software, figure out where that is, currently around 1465, and create a price alert for when price trades at that level. Then each day I would have to go in and adjust that alert because this is a moving target and it's not going to stay at the same price. No more with that nonsense. Let me show you a better way. In TrendSpider, you can select the indicator you want and just right-click on it with your mouse. This will open a menu, and here you can click on Create an Alert at this line. When you do that, this dialog window will open up, and you can move it out of the way so you can see the price action. Here you can tell TrendSpider to watch this particular indicator line for you, dynamically, no matter where it moves, to just keep an eye on it from the cloud using an algorithm so you don't have to. And you can do that in 3 different ways. The first is to watch for a breakthrough. That's when a candle opens and closes on opposing sides of it. It'll fire on both a gap as well as a traditional breakthrough. You can also fire on a touch, and you can fire on a bounce. And the definitions for those are written right here on these buttons. Next thing you can do, and this is really cool and really unique just to TrendSpider, is define a sensitivity buffer zone around that line. So here you can say, let me know when price gets close. Right? It doesn't have to touch. You can get alerted when price comes within 75 cents of this line. So you get an early alert that price is entering an area of interest for you. You can also make the 0 if you want an exact hit, or anything in between that fits your fancy. Call it 30 cents. 30 cents gives us a nice little buffer zone. We'll know as price is approaching. We'll know before other people who are only watching that particular level know. The next thing you can do, and this is also very unique to TrendSpider only, is the ability to change the candle from which this alert fires. Now remember, we're on a daily chart. This is a daily 105 period exponential moving average. It represents 105 days. But we want to know intraday when price interacts with it. So we can switch this alert so it goes off when a smaller time frame candle interacts with that indicator line. In this case, I've selected the 15-minute candle. The system will give you an automatic name. You can call it something else. This is interesting will be my name for this one, and you can have the system watch it for any period of time that your account permits you to do. Let's say 3 weeks or 21 days. Now that's one type of alert. You can do the same exact thing on automated and manual trend lines. Let's say you have the system analyze this chart and it finds some trends that you like. Well, you can create alerts on those as well. For example, I might be interested in knowing when price approaches this green trend line above. I can right-click on this line and create the same type of alert on that line as well that I created earlier. I can also create multiple alerts per chart. There's no limit to how many alerts one chart can have. Your limit is your account limit as a whole. And you can create these on anything you can draw on your chart. So I've done one on a trend line. I've done one on an indicator line. Just so you know, you can also create them on horizontal price levels, and you can create them on Fibonacci's, both manual Fibonacci's and automated Fibonacci's, whatever floats your boat. Once you create these alerts, they will live in your alert panel here on the right, so you can pull them up very quickly. You can also edit them and delete them and keep your alerts nice and clean. So that is the dynamic price alert. It works on anything visual on your chart that you might see on your chart and want to create an alert on directly from your chart. But there's another type of alert in TrendSpider, and that's called a multi-factor alert, and that is a far more sophisticated and capable alert. The way this works is you click on Create Alert at the top, and you click on Create a Multi-Factor Alert. Here, you'll be given a dialog box where you can define specific conditions. Now, you can define these one at a time. I'll show you an example where you can make an alert when a moving average crosses another moving average. And that's very simple. We've selected the 5-minute EMA 20 crossing up through the 5-minute EMA 105. That could be any EMA. I just like to use 105, but you can make that 100 EMA or anything else. And that will let you know whenever these conditions match on a particular symbol. But to just illustrate the power of this, I'm going to load a template, an example from our library here. And this library is totally available to you. There are dozens of potential alert templates inside it. And when I load this template here, you can see how complex and powerful these can become. Now, in this particular alert, we're looking for RSI to become overbought on 3 separate time frames: the 5-minute, the 1 hour, and the daily. When those 3 conditions are all correct and true, then we wait for a candle pattern to form on the 30-minute chart. And this can be any one of these candle patterns because we have any of the following selected here. This is extremely flexible. You can define an alert that will match any trading idea, any trading philosophy that you might want. And we have a template library full of pre-made ones that you can choose from to learn how this works. And one of the neat things about this that I just want to highlight before we get off here is you can also send your strategies to the backtester, which we cover in a different video, to get an idea for how the strategy may have worked out in the past with historical data. So those are the 2 different types of alerts we support in TrendSpider. These are patent pending. You can only find these alerts in TrendSpider, and they're incredibly powerful. And I hope you can see that, and it makes you interested enough to give TrendSpider a shot and see how they can change your trading for yourself. Personally, I've traded since 2008, and I have no idea how I used to do this before I had TrendSpider alerts. Maybe I'm just a little biased. Maybe I'm a little spoiled by them by now, but they've really changed my trading, and I hope they can help you as well. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.